Hello everyone, Becky from the Attic here. Yesterday I went to see Spider-Man Homecoming with some friends. At least by the time I'm recording it was yesterday. Don't know when this video will be uploaded. Digressing aside, I'll try to give a brief summary of my opinion as best as possible in the next couple of minutes without spoiling the events of the movie. So it's gonna be a really short video. Homecoming is Marvel Studios' interpretation of Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I gotta say I'm really happy with the results. Tom Holland did an amazing job as Peter Parker, and one of the reasons I think so is because since in this movie Peter is a high school student, he still has that childlike curiosity. When he does something cool with his powers and suit, he's as surprised as the audience. After all, he's been a superhero for a little amount of time, so he doesn't fully know what he can do. He's still finding himself as a superhero that genuinely wants to help people and do good, and that makes him really likable and relatable. You also want to root for him, as that at this point in time is still an underdog and people like cheering for the underdog. Also throughout the movie we can see Peter's character grow as a person. That's just fundamentals of story writing and character development done right. The rest of the cast was pretty good too. I'm not going to go in detail, but the supporting cast did great. Ned's relationship with Peter as his best friend was really well portrayed. Having Aunt May instead of good old Uncle Ben was nice and refreshing, and everyone did just fine. Even less relevant characters, for example Michelle, which was just a fun comedy gimmick they had. And speaking of comedy, the comedy in the movie was pretty good. It was natural and fluid. It's not the most hilarious thing in the world, but it's pretty good for a superhero movie. Plus, the timing for the jokes was pretty well executed. The action was also nice and fun to watch. Nothing mind-blowing, regular superhero movie action that you would expect from a Marvel movie. But Spider-Man is just a fun hero conceptually that watching him swing around and shoot webs is simply fun. And to finish this video, I told you it was gonna be short, I'm going to point out that in this movie, the villain is much smaller than the others seen in your typical Marvel movie, as you can tell from the trailers. And that's actually nice. Saving the world and all is like a huge thing, and it's quite stressful and hard to relate. But on the other hand, smaller time villains like in this one are much easier to understand and relate to. And if Marvel uses the Spider-Man IP to take out smaller villains like this, I'll gladly take it. So on that note, if you haven't caught up by now, I enjoy the movie and recommend it. So if you have time, go to the cinema with your friends and have fun with it, because it was pretty fun. Before leaving you guys, I just want to point out two things. First one, the sound setup I have is not the best, as you can probably tell. I'm going to do my best to edit the audio to sound as good as possible, but yeah, it's not the best. I still don't know what I'll do about it, since I'm not quite sure what's the best option for me, and I need to take some time and research. The second thing I want to point out is that if you happen to be or know how to speak Portuguese, if you haven't noticed I'm Portuguese myself, I would like to introduce to you Kiss Combo.
Whoa, yeah.
The collab Let's Play channel I have with my friend Iconizer. We are not doing this that serious, just want to have fun, but if you want to talk, if you talk Portuguese, I'm sorry, and like Let's Plays, check us out. Iconizer is actually a comedy genius. I also have my own channel with videos in Portuguese. I don't really know what I'm going to do with it, since I haven't touched that thing in really long time, but if for some reason you want to follow me there, go ahead. Really appreciate you for watching this video and hope you enjoyed. I have some ideas for future videos and that I might work on. If you did indeed enjoy the video, do all that liking and subscribing stuff. So see you next time. In the meantime, this was Daiki talking to you from the attic.